key factors should one consider when taking this leap of faith to move to Salesforce Interaction Rack and make a change just in general?
Yeah, absolutely. And oh my goodness, so many factors could come to mind, right? So we're looking to distill this down to 5 simple ones
Yeah.
for the group today. And as John was saying, there's so many other webinars we could jump into on each one of these potentially. But I want to express just being attached to our vision, the statements around putting people first, delighting our staff. Usability of the system was the most business critical item for us. We wanted to make sure we put that first, and looking at both lenses, internal staff, internal customers, and external customers. And as we were assessing different solutions that were out there in the ecosystem, we really prioritize that. And it actually relates to the data, right? As the better usable it is, the better hygiene you get from the data, and the better connected it is across your various platforms and applications. So really looking at that feel, streamlining the experience, putting our customer first. Then taking the portability of that data, knowing that if your why or your organization is anything like ours, you had data in lots of disparate places, as John was talking, and you say, okay, how do I really bring data in and move data across all these different platforms that we're using, right? So even if it is through a third-party integration, whatever it is you need to develop, as long as to the customer and to the staff, it feels streamlined, and it's something that we can rely on in terms of the integrity of the data across different sources, it's really valuable for us. The other thing, speaking of APIs, is stackability, being able to create this sort of tech stack where we know that the best in breed in all these different areas is being represented. So we think of nonprofit success pack and different components within TREC, as well as their potential to integrate along with other systems. Like we currently use a platform called Classy. So an example of many things that we can do to build together as time moves on. You've heard a lot about this idea of current state and future state as well. So stackability enables us to be agile. It enables us to think about things differently. And we know that while we're 63 days away from go live now, this will put us in position to learn. We know we're going to learn something after we go live. What that is, the scale of it, the magnitude, this stackability component helps us assess the validity of each one of those choices we've made. Scalability. We plan on continuing to grow as a Y. We know we have high volume. We know that we're going to want to move into a digital space. And so when I think of scale in this particular use case, I would look at how widely can we reach out? What is the true digital transformation effort yielding, and how can we reach out further? So lots of opportunity for us there based on current state versus the future state. And then there's this idea, I think at the beginning of this call, we talked about partnership, right? And so this came through in vendor assessments as we went through the process. Not only the technical adaptability, but I would link that to the willingness to partner and adapt. And even this morning, we came off a session with TREC where we're coming up with something called Einstein AI, and that they're open to partnering with us and working together to figure out really wonderful ways to predict certain things within our business. It's really critical for our why, and it was a part of our how we measured each one of our vendors moving forward.
Yeah, what I would add to that is actually, as you look to your partners, look at their personality. That's a really important component. And also look, do you have common goals? I mean, if personality and goals can be aligned with where you want to go with your partners, I mean, your potential for success is huge. I would just throw in a little bit on the stackability, or really just the ability to leverage, other solutions. I mean, that's what the future looks like. Looking to platforms that try to be, a Swiss Army knife, that's maybe not ever, you can't add the next thing onto the knife. So we really need to have a solution for us that will continue to grow. If you look at the Salesforce, App Exchange, it is flush with potential solutions that I'm already seeing today for things that I'd like to do in the future. Especially in the social services space, how we can do case management for social services, how we can, do that work, HIPAA compliant. There's so many cool things out there. And again, I can't stress enough, build for tomorrow, make your decisions and your selection based on who you want to be tomorrow.